everybody, welcome back for Carry Trucker. I is in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, probably a suburb of Nashville, but just came off the Briley on the west side, or just came off the Briley on the east side, headed east on 40. A little bit of a backup on the Briley. Turned FM radio on to a local station, and they say 40's got a backup over here by Laverne, which I'll be coming up on Laverne here pretty quick, which is a suburb of Nashville. Weather's not been too bad. It's 57 degrees down here right now. Had a little bit of trouble getting this thing when I picked it up. I was a little over 3,000 pounds overweight on my drive axles. I was under gross, but I was about 3,000, a little over 3,000 pounds over on my drive axles. Shifted product, I got it down to where I was 660 pounds over on drives, which probably could have got by with, but as far as I've had to take this load, I wasn't going to chance it, so I had to blow some off. Got it down, and I am 20 pounds under limit on my drive axles. Granted, that was before I fueled up. Coming up on Old Hickory Boulevard. I could have took Old Hickory there before I got to the Briley, the exit before Briley. I could have got off on Old Hickory and brought Old Hickory across and got 40 here. Got about 17 miles to go to my exit, going to Lebanon, Tennessee. Kind of a far east suburb of Nashville. You can pretty much go from Nashville to Lebanon, not even know you left city limits or anything else. You probably go through 8 or 9 different towns in between. About like Chicago. I don't know, they may actually drive a little bit worse down here in Nashville. Especially when it starts raining. Oh my gosh. Even during the summer. It starts raining and shoot, I think these people think it's going to freeze on them. You drive through here when they actually get a measurable snowfall or freezing rain, man, Nashville is a nightmare. Kind of why they call it Crashville. Having a little bit of trouble with my new camera at home. I'm trying to work out. I've done a few videos, but it's a different model of wasp cam than I had before, and this one looks more like a GoPro. And for it to be waterproof or anything like that, it's got to be in a case. Well, when it's in its case, the audio is terrible. The audio is almost non-existent. So, still working on that, trying to figure out how I can remedy that, because the camera itself does not have a place to attach a mount. So, to attach it to a tripod or anything like that, I've got to put it in the waterproof case, and then I have no audio. You put it in that case, you might as well say you put the camera in almost a soundproof box. Don't really care for it much as I did my, I think it was a 9960 or 9760, something like that model. But shoot, I was picking those up for $30, $40 a piece off of eBay and Amazon back when I was using it. And then when I left my ex and I moved, I can't find any of them. And I went to order another, and shoot, those things are $250 a piece now. I think the cheapest one I found was $160. Far cry from the $25, $30, $40 I was buying them for. Made it through the Thanksgiving holidays. I was off Thanksgiving. Now we got Christmas coming up. And once again, not ready for it. Here. Long Hunter State Park. I think that's what it said. Drop my cap of my drink. Got past the scale in Marion, Illinois, and then I got past the scale in Kentucky. Got down there, I think it's Oak Grove. Almost to the Tennessee line. I didn't have no more scales. So I went ahead and pulled in the Flying J and got some go-go juice. Pretty sure 160 gallons of fuel probably bumped me over the 34,000 on my drives a little bit. Oh, looky there. Somebody having a disco party and we were not invited. That's a good thing, because I don't want to go to that disco party. Ew. 2 squad cars with 1 car pulled over and they're searching it. That's not a good sign. Can't remember if this lane ends before my exit or not. Granted, I've been down here to Lebanon more this year than I have. I think I've been down here to Lebanon more this year than I have the entire time I've been with the company. I've been with the company 11 years. But I still don't get down here enough to remember the route. Baby hunt. Looks like an old drag container, chassis container. Nine miles the exit. So far, traffic ain't been bad across 40 here. Been heavy, but been able to maintain a space cushion in between vehicles and pretty much keep the speed up. Golden Bear Gateway. A lot of people say, you ought to be in the right lane. Well, no, this instance right here is why I don't stay in that right lane through a congested area, a metropolitan area. I'll stay at least 1 lane over and stay away from merging traffic. I get pretty close to the exit I need, I'll go ahead and move to the right lane. Galatian, I think it's pronounced Gallatin. That idiot I just passed running bright lights. There's bright lights, or you got that one angled really, 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 really bad. Six Mile. You got to keep an eye out, make sure I don't come up and slow traffic like this right here. If I was in that right lane, I'd have all this traffic trying to get to the exit. You got to keep an eye out for people that will decide to pop out of that lane into my lane, and they'll do it right in front of you. Speed limit is 70 miles an hour through here. remember right, that is the last major exit. So we'll go ahead and get over here in the right lane. We've only got about 6 miles to go to our exit. Unloaded. I will not make it back to Tintopolis tonight, so I'll take my break. I'll get up in the morning, go on in. I've got a short run to Centralia. It's about an hour and a half from the terminal, well, from where I pick it up at. The mill's just 3 or 4 blocks down the road, 5 blocks down the road, something like that, from the terminal. Pick up at the mill, grab my paperwork. About an hour and a half drive down there to Centralia. Once I get down there, gate to gate's about an hour. It's about a half an hour unload, half hour, 40-minute unload. Quick unload. This week isn't going to be too bad. Started out Monday, had a Dakota Blenders and a Krusty's. Dakota Blenders in St. Louis, Krusty's is right there in Effingham, just about 6 miles from the terminal. Tuesday I went over to West Harrison, Indiana, right there on the Indiana-Ohio line off I-74. Picked the load up, brought it back to the rail yard in Effingham, unloaded it into the rail car, went back to the terminal, dropped that empty, and grabbed another one to take over to Effingham, deliver to the rail car. Now I got this Lebanon Tennessee load. Tomorrow that Centralia load, so not gonna be too bad of a week. Ought to be pushing about 1,600 for the week. What is this dude's problem? Finally got this load legal to go. It was about 11 o'clock. I messaged dispatch, told them I'd be down here in about 6.5 hours. I'd make it 5:30. I'm going to be pulling in there a little after 5 o'clock. 1,700. It's 16:54 now, so 6 minutes from that. I'm coming up on the exit now. got to pay attention, and especially congested areas, metropolitan areas. You're going to take an exit and there'll be traffic back clear up on the exit. I do believe this is a double left turn lane. Gonna have this green light, it's gonna turn red, and then when it turns green, I may not make it through the next green light. I may, yeah, this is a pretty quick green, so I'm gonna have 2 to 3 cycles to wait through. And a combination semi-tractor trailer. Whichever direction you're turning, you want to use the outside lane. Majority of the time, there are exceptions to that rule. But they are rare. I probably could have came down, unloaded, then got fuel. We got a fuel stop right here to the right, but I didn't want to chance it. I went ahead and topped off the fuel, and topped off the DEF tank. Here's another green. Yeah, I'm going to have another cycle to wait, at least one more cycle to wait through. This Zudonkel and yeah, I've had this light. I've been sitting here and I got a green. Shoot, turned yellow before I got through the intersection. Looks like $2.66 a gallon down here for regular unleaded, $3.76 diesel. $3.26 maybe. Watch that trailer, because they do have Whataburger here in I can't even talk. They do have a Whataburger here in Lebanon, Tennessee now. Be up here on the left-hand side, but they do have, I can't remember if it's a shopping center, a mall, or what it is. Got a big lot behind it. I could get in there. One of these days I want to get down here early enough I can either stop there and grab a bite before or after I deliver. I like Whataburger. Got hooked on Whataburger when I was down in Texas helping the Fort Worth terminal. Actually, I got hooked on Whataburger when I was with Cary Transit down helping Arlington. Werner, where you going? I could be wrong, but I did not think that was a truck route. Yeah, Warner. I don't think that's a truck route, Warner. That'd have been a boo-boo. White car on going my direction, same direction as me, had a green arrow. There's a Whataburger. Ah, there's a Lowe's behind it. I can get into the Lowe's lot there. And bad, still 56 degrees. As long as it don't start dropping too quick, it won't be too bad for the unload. Callister's, not a bad place to eat for a sandwich. $2.65 for regular unleaded here at Murphy's in Lebanon. Where I turn in at is right after the railroad tracks. Thing is, I pretty much need to take up both lanes. I need to try to make sure I remember where it's at, and I can try to work over and hog that middle and straddle that zipper line before I get to it. railroad tracks. And there's my entrance. Hopefully that gate's open tonight. Where we at here? Where we at here? There it is. Off to my left, that little alleyway you seen, I got it back up in there, so I'll stop this video. Appreciate, yeah, I can leave it run while I back up. Ain't no biggie. See who I can make mad. I'm gonna have to wipe that passenger side mirror off a little bit better. Bear with me. What's on that mirror, but it will not come off. Thing is, I don't see nobody here. Up and I'll pull up and reposition. I may have to go around the front office and see if that door's unlocked up there. See if anybody's even here or not. Usually that gate is closed if nobody's here, and it was open, but I don't see nobody. Different with a sleeper truck than it is a day cab. You got quite the room. Well, got as much room, but the truck takes up more of it. I appreciate you riding along with me, and still trying to get some more videos out as soon as I get that camera figured out. Appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one.